Well, it says here that Todd Burge is an anniversary follower on Todd Burge's Facebook page. I'm an anniversary follower on my own page. Imagine that. Everybody, the show starts at 8 o'clock. It's Wednesday Night Live. 8 o'clock. I'm just tooling up here, getting ready to play for you folks. Good to see you. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me if you can hear me. How's that? So yes, I'll warm up with a song here, and we'll get officially started at 8 o'clock. Jimmy Reed. Okay, I think we're going here. Branimal. Hey, how's it going over there, Branimal? Hey, Walt. Getting ready to start here at 8 o'clock. Do it an old number from 1927. Why not? Can I do that? I think I can. Let's see. Howdy. Blind Alfred Reed song. My heart is broke, I feel so, it's no joke. I'm happy, then I'm sad. I feel so queer, I sometimes fear that things will drive me mad. A little girl with frizzing curls came here a week ago to work upon the telephone that says hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, her voice's music rings sweeter than the whippoorwill that in the moonlight sings across the floor beside the door as I march to and fro. She leaned upon that telephone and said hello, hello. I have not spoken to her yet, I've been in such a daze. Although she sometimes looks at me with sort of a distant gaze. I feel so weak, I cannot speak, my heart is beating so. Like when she reached a telephone that says hello, 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 hello. Her voice's music rings, it's sweeter than the whippoorwill that in the moonlight sings across the floor beside the door as I march to and fro. She leaned upon that telephone and says hello, hello. way out. I see her as she walks along in sunshine and in rain. I hear her in the midst the jingle of an elevated train. Every sound that comes around above or down below seems to say the livelong day, hello, 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 oh, hello, 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 hello. Her voice's music rings sweeter than the whippoorwill that in the moonlight sings across that floor beside the door as I march to and fro. She leaned upon that telephone and I tell you what, I'm going to find a spot not very far from town, and if she'll agree to marry me, oh, we both will settle down where the wild honeysuckles bloom and the fragrant flowers grow. She'll meet me at the garden gate and say, hey, hello, hello. Voice's music rings sweeter than the whippoorwill that in the moonlight sings across that floor beside the door as I march to and fro. She leaned upon that telephone and said, she leaned upon that telephone and said, hello. Oh. Telephone Girl by Blind Alfred Reed as a warm-up song tonight. How are we doing tonight? Well, it's good to see you here. It's Wednesday night, and here we are. It's about 8 o'clock. It's 1 minute till, and I'm just going to play through some songs. I really just kind of just haven't been playing a whole lot in the last week. Been doing other things, writing and various other things, and sometimes these are the best shows that you don't really, that you at the last minute throw together, and maybe this will be one of those. So we always start at 8 o'clock. Hey, thank you, Branimal over on Twitch. Good to see you, Rena and Doug. And there's Mom. Say hi to Mom. Where are you watching from? Let me know where you're watching from. Walt Oval. Some others here. We're on 2 Facebook channels. We're on YouTube and we're on Twitch tonight. Oh yeah. And Michael's here from Southern West Virginia way. Branimal's watching from North Carolina. It's 8 o'clock. I pulled out of Pittsburgh, rolling down the eastern seaboard. I got my diesel wound up, rolling like never before. There's a speed zone ahead, alright. I don't see another cop in sight. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. I got 10 forward gears in a Georgia overdrive. I'm popping little white pills, my eyes are open wide. I just passed a Jimmy and White, I've been passing everything inside. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. Well, it seems like a month since I kissed my baby goodbye. I could have a lot of women, but I'm not like most of the guys. I could find one to hold me tight. I can never make believe it's alright. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. Now the ICC is a-checking on down the line. I'm a little overweight, my log's 3 days behind. But nothing bothers me tonight, I can dodge all the scales alright. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. Well, my rig's a little old, but that don't mean she's slow. I got a smoke black and black blowing, black and black and black and black smoke rolling just like a bunch of old coal. I got it, yeah. Yeah, my hometown's a coming inside. If you think I'm happy, you're right. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. Oh, that's a true story right there. Hey there, Brother Max. Brother Max. Hi there, Smokestack Betty, Big Daddy Burge, Dolly, next door. Happy Hump Day. That's right on. Tanya, how you doing? Tanya's watching and knitting. How nice. Good to see you all here. I don't know who wrote that song. Who can tell me who wrote that song? I do not know. I don't know. I think I'll do that one right now. It goes like this. I know who wrote this one, I bet you do too. I didn't think I'll get the other guitar here. And I'm gonna change keys right now. Somewhere in the Black Mountain Hills of Dakota, there lived a young boy named Rocky Raccoon. One day, his woman ran off with another guy. Hit young Rocky in the eye. Rocky didn't like that. He said, I'm going to get that boy. So one day, he walked into town and got himself a room above the local saloon. Rocky Raccoon checked into his room, only to find Gideon's Bible. Rocky had come equipped with a gun to shoot off the legs of his rival. His rival, it seems, had broken his dreams by stealing the girl of his fancy. Her name was McGill. She called herself Lil, but everyone knew her as Nancy. Now she and her man, who called himself Dan, were in the next room at the hold down. Rocky burst in, grinning a grin. He said, Danny boy, this is a showdown. But Daniel was hot and he drew first and shot, and Rocky collapsed in the corner. Now the doctor came in, stinking of gin, and proceeded to lie on the table. He said, Rocky, you met your match. Rock said, Doc, it's only a scratch, and I'll be better as soon as I am able. Woo! Rocky Raccoon fell back in his room, only to find Gideon's Bible. Gideon checked out, he left with no doubt to help with good Rocky's revival. There you go. Hey, so that's a Paul McCartney song. It's technically Lennon and McCartney, but I'll bet you Paul wrote it. Wrote it all mostly. That's the way it went in those later years. But Smokestack Betty's in here, and she has some information on 6 Days on the Road. It's an American song written by Earl Green and Muscle Shoals Sound Studio songwriter Carl Montgomery, made famous by country singer Dave Dudley. 6 Days on the Road. I know it by Red Sovine, I think, did a version of it. West Virginia Hall of Famer, West Virginia Music Hall of Famer. And Boxcar Willie also did it, according to Smokestack Betty. And Sawyer Brown. That's right, they did do it. Thanks, Smokestack Betty. She knows. I knew somebody would know. Hey, thanks, George. Good to see you here. Good to see you. Hey, thanks for sharing this with your friends. That really means a lot. When you comment, more people tune in. It's just the way the whole thing works. If you comment on here, say hi, or what have you, the more people will notice it on the machines, and that's just the way those things work. And I appreciate that. The Harmonica Club does it too. Oh, do they really? Yeah, there's I've heard Tim O'Brien does it, and a bunch of other folks. 6 Days on the Road. Triple Shot. Yeah, I knew. Betty, it seemed that you did look it up. But hey, why not? You can look everything up now. Remember, we used to sit around, 30 years ago and just you could lie a lot more and get away with it. Getting away with lies. Google, well, who knows? Yeah, the internet sure got rid of all those lies, didn't it? What am I going to do now? What do we do? It's time to waste time. Spring is here, the bugs have come, it's time to dumb it down. My head is filled with morning mist, the moss is boss for now. I got it. My list of things to do has been misplaced someplace unknown. It could be lost forever now, unread, unshown, and thrown away. I'm off in my mind, out of my head. Off in my mind, out of my head. Time to waste time. With so much time on my hands, most doors need to be open for me. I'm leisurely and out to please, just me, myself, and me. I'll work for food if the work is easy, and if the food is good. Spring is here, the bugs have come, and I couldn't care if I could. I'm off in my mind, out of my head. Off in my mind, out of my head. Time to waste time. Uh-huh. Evermore's been around the bend since before the bend was invented. Since Father Time asked his dad for a dime and the keys to his Buick. Some teen whoopee was in the offing in that big fat back seat. The key to life lies neatly within Father Time's time in that back seat. I'm off in my mind, out of my head, off in my mind, out of my head. Oh, that's time to waste time. Thank you so much, everybody. Do I do any JD songs? Why, I do, and I will do that. Our good buddy JD Hutchinson passed this last week, and we really are going to miss the master, JD Hutchinson, great Athens County songwriter, and Southeast Ohio, known really well known throughout this area in the Mid-Ohio Valley and Southeast Ohio. But he was in Austin, Texas for a while, and was hanging out with the likes of Robert Earl Keen and Lyle Lovett and folks like that were his pals, and then he moved back this way and has been in Athens for, I don't know, 40 years. I knew JD. I first met him in 89. Yeah, 1989, I believe, because I remember my first recording, Never Say Uncle, had just come out or was about to. And JD was hosting an open mic at O'Hooley's in Athens, and I was going over there. I was nervous as could be. I didn't know him at all. I'd never heard him play before. But at the end of the evening, either how open mics are, he'd gone through the whole, everybody had signed up, and he played some at the end. And it was a mind-blowing experience. I was forever changed. So let's see. This goes out to everyone, but for JD. In this world, you gotta be ready. You gotta have everything just so. You gotta be ready just to hang around. You gotta be ready to go. You gotta be ready just to hear the words. You must be ready just to read the signs. You must be ready on the left and ready on the right and ready on the firing line. Sometimes when you're thinking you're stoned and alone, you can't even find a place to sit down. It don't make no never mind just how hard you look. There ain't a true friend to be found. A hip thing or two will put a buzz on you. It'll help you not to waste your time. You must be ready on the left and ready on the right and ready on the firing line. When I think of sweet Jesus just hanging up on Calvary's tree, he was just trying to keep on trucking, but they would not let him be. Sometimes I'm thinking that there ain't no use in trying. You must be ready on the left, ready on the right, and ready on the firing line. Ready on the left and ready on the right and ready on the firing line. I look to the sky and I wait like a dog on the wrong side of the door. The hours go by as my mind sinks. I think, what's all this waiting for? Someday you will return to me. Someday, do 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 do, but I don't know. There's a love that I have for the sky and the dirt, for the worst and the best of this world. The highs and the lows, the debt that we tow will be all hauled away when we go. So I wait in this line that is old in the front and begins fresh and new in the end. I'll wait in the sun and I'll wait in the rain, 'cause I've heard that this band, when heard live, is so great. Someday you will return to me. Someday I will return to you. Do 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 do. Thank you guys. Thanks Bobby over on YouTube. Thanks Robert. Thank you. Hey Lottie. Paula. Hey Bridget. Or is it Bridget? Bridget. Hello. Yeah, so as far as J.D. Hutchinson goes, it was always amazing. In his later years, I loved running into him. It seemed like I'd go to Athens early in the morning to go to Blue Eagle Music or to um, maybe just go have breakfast or something at there at La Casa, and he many times be hanging out there, and it was just great to sit. In his later years, he kept saying he was going to quit playing music and just write poetry, and he would recite poetry at the breakfast with coffee, and it was fantastic. And I have one of his poems where he was reciting at the Adelphia Music Hall before he played with Jim Lauderdale. I booked him a show with Jim Lauderdale at the Adelphia, and it was a wonderful night. And he recited a couple poems. His poetry was powerful, very powerful. Just Tim O'Brien, I found out later, after I'd known JD for a while, I found out Tim O'Brien goes way back with JD and the JD's band from the 70s, and the Hutchinson brothers, and Tim O'Brien for a brief while there played with the Hutchinson brothers and goes way back. And when I got to know Tim and played and did some touring with him, I realized we had that in common. We had that J.D. Hutchinson connection, and it was quite wonderful. And if you look up J.D. Hutchinson on the streaming services, you'll find an album that Tim produced in 2016. It's just a fantastic album, but there's a lot of music out there. It's hard to find. I've got some live recordings of J.D. where 20 years ago he came. I booked shows at the Parkersburg Arts Center, and I know the recordings are fantastic. I know the shows were, but they were recorded really well by Wes Poole, and I just dug that up today. I just want to listen to some of that stuff. And then my friend Ron Soul, Mountain Stage fame, the music director for Mountain Stage Radio, said that he put on shows. I didn't even know Ron was in Cincinnati, Ohio, but he and his wife at the time, Sandy, would put on shows at a folk club in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I guess JD had played there. And they have reel-to-reel recordings of JD in Cincinnati that Ron claims are, well, it was him live. If you ever saw him live, you know what I'm talking about. He was something else. But now I want to gather all these recordings and try to hear something I haven't heard before. That's what's great about artists. They kind of live forever, don't they? That's great. Anyway. JD memories. Geez, I keep thinking of things. The very first Nelsonville Music Festival. I don't know what year that was. Maybe somebody that out there knows. Yeah, Bobby's saying "You and the World Outside" is the name of that JD album. That's on Spotify, and you could also get it from Tim O'Brien. Order it from Tim O'Brien's website, I'll bet you. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, the very first. I think it was the very first one. I think I was performed at the very first Nelsonville Music Festival. If not, maybe it was the second one. But anyway, very early on, I did a few of the Nelsonville Music Festivals, but I was asked to do a songwriter workshop, and I hadn't done many of them at the time. I was kind of nervous about it, but anyway, JD was there doing a workshop and on songwriting, and he was and I can't remember what it was called. I wish I could. Tim Peacock would know maybe, but he talked about how he ripped off other songwriters, and to where you couldn't. And by the time he was finished, you couldn't. How to Steal from Others or something like that. And by the time he was finished showing you the process, you didn't recognize the song. There was no way to say he lifted from the other. And basically, I was talking to Larry Gross today about this, and he said, well, basically, that's all songwriting's like that. And it's true. You kind of puzzle together, piece together things that you've heard. I've definitely taken things that I've heard JD do. He was a really unique singer, and the way he would word things and the way he'd enunciate. I would just love it, and I would emulate that. And but JD took a song and laid it out in front of everybody and played it, and then he showed how he took bits and pieces of it, and he said stole. Really he was inspired by it, but it was really fascinating. A great thing that they were doing in Nelsonville there. But anyway. We also both had a love for Roger Miller. I'll close today with a Roger Miller song, but and JD played that catgut string guitar. This is the closest I get to catgut, but anyway, he loved Roger Miller and Popeye. All right. Deep in the valley, 80 miles from our home, sits a family cabin with 12 beds and a buck stove. There's a deer head on the wall beside the bear, beside the elk. They didn't see it coming, didn't know to ask for help. The freezer in the cellar holds frozen calls of the wild. Thaw it, cook it, it'll energize us all. Pap and Uncle, the cousins and me are locked and loaded to the T. The whole 9 yards is begging to be popped off in the trees. Rise and shine, it's killing time. When you look them in the eye, you'll see the love of this green earth and the reflection of the you that you once were back at birth. So I sit here in Pap's tree stand, making things a bit unfair. Frozen toes, runny nose, makes me wish I was back there. Back at work, bitching 'bout my boss, having a laugh at his expense, while wishing I was in some tree, dreaming 'bout dropping meat. I'm tired of this dirty old city, tired of too much work, never enough play. And I'm tired of these dirty old sidewalks, think I'll walk off a steady job today. Turn me loose, set me free, somewhere in the middle of Montana. Give me all I got coming to me, and take your retirement, your so-called Social Security. Big city, turn me loose and set me free. I've been working every day since I was 20. I haven't got a thing to show for anything I've done. Some folks never work and they've got plenty. Think it's time that guys like me have some fun. Turn me loose, set me free, somewhere in the middle of Montana. Give me all I got coming to me. Keep your retirement, your so-called Social Security. Big city, turn me loose and set me free. Big city, turn me loose and set me free. Set me free. Well, there you go. So I remember being at that. At O'Hooley's back in the late '90s. No, late '80s. I mean, early '90s. And that first open mic that I played, and I remember one song I played, and I remember, one of these things are burned in my memory because I was nervous. Me playing an open mic in 1989. Acoustic solo was a big deal. I was used to being in bands. A big deal for me. Only. Anyway, I was used to being in bands. 63 Eyes mainly I would play, and you can hide behind that. But an open mic solo acoustic, it's all you know. I remember being on that stage there at O'Hooley's in Athens. They had a stage. Do you remember this? Were you there? They had a stage that would fold up onto the wall, I guess, during the day. At night when they'd have bands, they'd bring it down. And I remember being on that stage. I just remember the surroundings, what it was like being there, and looking to my left, and there was JD and some other folks I didn't really know were at the table there, the kind of the seasoned elders, and I remember being really nervous about playing in front of these people. Hello, Steve. How's it going? But this is definitely a song I played that night. And the song's all true. It's true. It's quite true. So my grandparents, they came from a different era, you know. My granddad was born in 1900. Actually, both my granddads were. My mom's dad, I called him Grandpa. He had a pocketbook, and you know, like keep change in, keep it in your pocket, little tiny thing. Would snap closed. I could live in a paper bag filled with nothing but some air, and my dreams would still be in it as long as I breathe in there. My hands have only touched a new guitar, and they play it till it has turned old. They've never seen dirt or blood. I feel real lucky even when they're cold. I feel nice, but I was mean when younger. Don't have a lot, but I don't have hunger. I got a pocketbook with something in it. I changed my mind, now there's something in it. I clear my throat, now I can't sing it. I've got a pocketbook with something in it. I met you once, but I forgot your name. I lost the napkin with your number on it. Let's start this whole thing over again. I've done a few things wrong, but I'm a whole lot stronger from it. My hands have only touched a new guitar, and they play it till it has turned old. They've never seen dirt or blood. I feel real lucky even when they're cold. I feel nice, but I was mean when younger. Don't have a lot, but I don't have hunger. I got a pocketbook with something in it. I changed my mind, now there's something in it. I clear my throat, now I can't sing it. I've got a pocketbook with something in it. Hey, Rich. Hey, Jim. How you doing? Thank you so much. Where are you guys watching from? Where are you guys watching from? What are you guys up to? Thanks, Bridget. Thank you, Rena. Thank you so much. Hello to Doug. Well, as you see on the back wall here, let me grab these. I'll show you these albums. I need to stretch my legs anyway. Maybe I'll just grab one. Anyway, Dennis McCurdy sent that to me. Is that what he sent? Wait. I don't know if that's it or not. Anyway, he sent me a gift of some Roger Miller stuff. One Dying and a Burying. Triple Shot, my country band, used to play this song back in the 80s. Wanda, you know this song? It's tragic. Not typically what you would think. It's on this. This was one of my first ever albums, Roger Miller's Greatest Hits. It's, how many songs are on there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 songs, and it's less than 30 minutes long. Anyway, you know, it's King of the Road, Dang Me and Chug-a-Lug and all that. I'll do a song off this, as promised, and we'll call it a night. Thank you so much. Hey, Lisa's, listen, Churchtown. I know Churchtown. So thanks, everybody. Hey, I really appreciate you guys going to toddburge.com and picking up albums and T-shirts and all that, and helping me out. It really means a lot to me. I keep these shows free, of course, but and you can listen to a lot of my music. You can just stream it. The latest album. Actually, I completed it last year, but I released it on all the streaming services just a couple weeks ago. It's called "It's My First Pandemic." I did songs throughout. I've recorded songs throughout the pandemic. I thought it would be shorter, the pandemic, didn't we all? Anyway, I've got a tribute song to John Prine on there, and another song tribute to a friend of mine, Tommy Jameson, and a couple outtakes, things I hadn't released before on there. Angel's Wings, and anyway, I'm really quite happy with that recording. Go on any streaming service. It's not on CD. You can download it from toddburge.com if you want to go that route, and that'd please me, of course. But anyway, I appreciate all the tips and picking up the music and listening to it and commenting and all that. And this goes out to all you J.D. Hutchinson lovers. And it goes out to all you too. Even if you didn't know J.D., it's for you. Got a letter just this morning, it was postmarked Omaha. Typed and neatly written, offering me this better job with high wages, expense paid, in a car. But I'm on TV here locally, and I can't quit, I'm a star. I go on TV, a grinning, wearing pistols in a cap. It's a kiddie show, and I'm a hero of the younger set. I'm the #1 attraction at every supermarket parking lot. The king of Kansas City, no thanks Omaha, thanks a lot. Kansas City star, that's what I heard. You're the little lady, you ought to see my car. Drive a big old Cadillac with wired wheels. I got rhinestones on the spokes. Credit down at the grocery store, my barber tells me jokes. I'm the #1 attraction at every supermarket parking lot. King of Kansas City, no thanks Omaha, thanks. Kansas City star, that's what I heard. You're the little lady. You ought to see my car. Drive a big old Cadillac with wired wheels. I got rhinestones on the spokes. Credit down at the grocery store. My barber tells me jokes. I'm the #1 attraction at every supermarket parking lot. King of Kansas City, no thanks on my all. I'm the king of Kansas City, no thanks on. I'm the king of Kansas City, no thanks on my all. Thanks a lot. Stay tuned. We've got another Popeye cartoon coming up here in a minute. Or oh yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks so much, everybody. Thanks for listening. I'll be back next Wednesday. Hey, and I think in a couple weeks here, I'm going to do my birthday show. This year, the birthday show's online, and I want you to join me. Go to toddburge.com to find out when the birthday show is. You can click on there. But I think it's... yeah, when would that be? Let me just find out when that would be. Let's see. Today's the 3rd, and is it the 17th? It'd be the 17th. So the week after next, we'll have the Todd Burge birthday show. And I'm a sensitive songwriter, and, well, you know, it'll really crush me if you're not there for that. Anyway, thanks so much. Love you guys. Thank you, Bree. Thanks, Rena. Brother Max, Susan, Alex, Mom, Lottie. Thank you so much, everybody. Bobby, Robert, Lisa, Rich, Jim, Tanya, everybody. Paula, Bree. Oh, I said Bree already. Smokestack Betty and everybody else. Hope I didn't miss anyone. But love you guys. Really do. Thanks so much for supporting this thing that I love to do. Okay? Means a lot. Means a lot to us. Mike. Thanks, Mike. Good to see you, man.